Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be reviewing the latest Rainbow High episodes. Finally, we're in the finals. And the start of this episode doesn't waste any time, which is something I'm very glad of. Unlike the last episode's tendency for filler, this episode actually gets straight to the point in telling us that the finalists are going to be Neon Shadow, Royal Diva. Wait, yeah, Royalty? No, Rainbow Divas, and the Royal Three. Which I know is disappointing to some that Natasha didn't make it to the finals. But I mean, of course, they've got to sell their products, and after all, Natasha isn't a doll they're selling. It's the new Rainbow Vision dolls. Anyway, we get a break from Rainbow Vision TV, and I'm actually here, which, yes, Phaedra is a queen. And, look at them snatching the microphone thing back and forth. Anyway, Phaedra walks over to Sabrina and Aisha, who are just standing there, asking them if making it into the finals means that they're not breaking up anymore. And Maylene snatches the microphone, saying that just like Sabrina isn't the one to speak for them, and that's basically it. I find the scene very interesting because they didn't officially say whether or not they were breaking up. They just said that Sabrina isn't the one to speak for them. So that could give hope to some Rainbow Diva fans. Anyway, it turns out that Rainbow High and Shadow High have made it into the finals, which what were they expecting considering all the remaining contestants were from either Rainbow High or Shadow High? So the truce is practically over. I do like that we get to see another Leela and Sunny scene, and they say they're going to go for the Royal Three. And I also really like this scene where Finn and Gabriella are apologizing to Nina, not apologizing, but oh, it's such a shame you didn't win. I do like this because I felt like the episode was trying to acknowledge those who attempted but didn't make it. And they also have this super cringy part where Gabriella says, "We voted for you," which is just, who actually cares? But who actually cares about them though? Okay, so this is another scene I really like where Coco is defending the Rainbow Divas as their manager. Um, she's saying that they are not really breaking up, and Phaedra has specific quotes saying that they're going to break up. And Coco says that was taken completely out of context. You don't know what you're talking about. And I feel like I just like that so much, having Coco here defending the Rainbow Divas. I do feel like that's some nice continue with continuity, sorry, that's some nice continuity. I think that's probably my favorite part of this episode, the continuity, because I feel like the majority of season 3 has just set a bunch of things up for drama or whatnot and then completely forgot about it, for the sake of moving on with the plot or something like that. Anyway, I like how Karma, Crystal, I like how they're here because Crystal's also a reporter and Karma has content with Karma, but I'm not sure if she's allowed to be in here. And I like Coco's defense saying that they were world tour, then immediately transitioned to Rainbow Vision. Wouldn't you be tired if you were them? I just feel like the continuity here and this scene of Coco defending the Rainbow Divas, saying that the lines were taken out of context and that they're still going to be joining the finals. I feel like that is very interesting. And the fact, the last minute where she just pulls out her shades and leaves, the news reporters ask her if it's confirmed that they're staying, and she just runs away. And oh, there's this random scene with Alfie, but I'm just gonna ignore it. I like how she just runs away because she knows that she can't confirm it on the Rainbow Diva's behalf. And I like that about her. She didn't just tell the press what they wanted to hear. She was honest with herself, and so she ran away, defending the Rainbow Divas in her path. We love that icon. And yes, I love this scene also so much when the Storm twins and the Devious twins are backstage trying to pull some kind of plot to win or something or sabotage the other's performance, and then they just get dragged in by Avery and Ainsely, which I love. And Avery's as stage managers or whatnot, we're not allowed to let you go backstage. You may have been able to pull some stunts in the semifinals, but we're not letting you. And then the Storm Twins confront Ainsley, like, aren't you supposed to be on our side? Then she says that she has evidence of them rigging semifinals, which she'll send to the headmistress, which confirms that while the Storm Twins may be in a higher ranking or position than the other Shadow High students, there is some secret headmistress that we haven't met yet, which I do feel is very interesting. And Avery confirms, like, to Ainslie, oh, I'm gonna miss you. And then they make up, which I did like because it didn't happen too spur of the moment, but I do feel like it wasn't too much. So Coco talks to Glitch that she would like to be her manager, and then Glitch is the most savage thing ever, that she is still looking for a manager, but she wouldn't want that to be someone from Rainbow High. And the way she says it, Glitch is just not herself today. Something is up. Then kind of Uma and what's her name, Mara, kind of and Harley just kind of jump scare her and casually ask her to be their manager because they wouldn't mind a manager from Rainbow High, which oohoo, like isn't she working for the Rainbow Divas? And I mean, technically, maybe on a friendship or a bonding perspective, she would be backstabbing the Rainbow Divas or whatnot. But from a business perspective, how long can she really stay with the band that's planning to break up? I mean, it would be better decision to just the smarter, better decision to just move on to a band that's already in production and is live and well. So, since I don't have anything to say about this performance, actually, you know what? I do. I do feel like this is one of my favorite Rainbow Vision songs, if not my favorite, because, like, I'm not typically huge on rock music, but I feel like this is the perfect amount of rock and something else that it's quite enjoyable. And, like, I feel like this song definitely isn't one of those classic children's show songs where they're like, yeah, my runway, life is fun, gotta run, like where they're always making cringy rhymes that don't really blend with the situation, if you know what I mean. But like, I feel like this is just a song, just a regular song that you could hear anywhere else. Like, it doesn't sound like it's directly produced from a kid's show. I do feel like the lighting does match the situation and showed as the background. I have no clue what this is supposed to be referencing. Like, I have no clue what this is supposed to be referencing or whatever. Like, talking about being afraid of the dark is so random, but it works. It works. It works. Like, it works, okay? So, on my general thoughts of the episode, I feel like it's okay. Like, I feel like it does a lot of things that I wish previous episodes would do. I definitely don't feel like this episode is filler, and having it end with the Neon Shadows performance, I feel like this episode moved the plot forward in at least a decent, meaningful way and answered a couple questions that had lingering. So Ainsley and Avery finally made up, so you can tell that's not a plot line they're going to be dragging on for too long. Because at the start of Rainbow Vision, that was like a big deal or whatnot. And I feel like you can tell that the assistant was holding those colored coffee cups for the girls. So I can tell that he was kind of enjoying them, like being in a duo together. I think he wants them to just resolve their conflict, which is something I find very interesting. Like, is that just me? I kind of feel like the assistant wanted them to keep in the truce even up until the finals, which I find very interesting because he's typically a nice person. Then he showed this completely other manipulative almost side in the other episode where he said, you know what, let's make a truce. But I feel like the reality of that truce was just like I feel the reality of that truce was like just to get the Storm twins and Devious twins together. So of my overall concluding statement for this episode is that I feel like it does a lot of things with the time that it has. It doesn't feel like it's trying to shove too much new information into your face and it just kind of buries everything we already know. What I mean by that is the fact that previous episodes have tried shoving way too many things in your face and eventually just forgetting about past things. To conclude, I like this episode because it does bring some new things to the table, like Coco potentially being Neon Shadow's manager, but I feel like it's a great episode overall.